Okay, let's do this. Hi everybody, my name's Andie. I'm the owner of the Impossible Knot Yarn Shop here in 100 Mile House, BC, Canada. Beautiful Caribou, BC. We're about 5 hours north of Vancouver, BC. A quick drive.
Piece of cake.
This is Helen. She's a good friend and one of my OG customers here in the Caribou. She's here for moral support. This is our first time filming a podcast. We just want to go over some of the projects we're working on, some of the yarns we've recently got in the shop, whips, works in progress. I have a lot.
So do I, but I only brought 2.
Anyways,
this is all Andie's beautiful hand-dyed yarn behind us.
almost all the yarn up at the very top up here. Those are some of my Black Cat custom yarns, and then most of this here is my own yarn. I'm the dyer of All Points North Yarn Company. We've been around for a year, and I have a lot of it in my shop. This is Sweet Sock, and behind Helen is my Merino sock, and then that way out of the frame is my sport and my worsted. But I think we should just get on with works in progress.
Sure.
Okay, do you want to start?
Okay, I'll start with the easier one first. This is a pattern I actually did. The first time I did this pattern was for my daughter-in-law. It's hard to see, but it's called...
Yeah, we don't show the...
No?
No, but we can show the picture. It might not show very well. It's a Rowan Divinity by Martin Story. It's a beautiful little lace tee.
Yeah, so it's lace work. It's not complicated, but what I love about it is I came across this gorgeous alpaca in Vernon, BC. When I was visiting there at their,
and it was so soft
in their
Oh
local market, and a lady there selling it raises the alpacas herself, and another local lady does all the processing of the yarn.
It feels like a cat, like a kitten.
It's
so
absolutely
soft.
gorgeous.
Oh, you're gonna lose stitches.
This is, yeah, and it was unbelievable because I mean I had like it's like a lace weight. There was like 400 and some odd yards on here, and it was really, she had it really reasonably priced.
It's really soft, like really soft.
Yeah.
Anyways,
and then I've also mixed it with Andie's gorgeous hand-dyed mohair.
Yeah, that's the Ballet Pink.
It is just beautiful, and
So
because the alpaca is so dark, it just really brings out the...
It's probably a lot easier to knit than just the straight dark alpaca too.
Yes. Yeah,
but it's so hard to see the lace because it's fuzzy and it's far away, but she's got this beautiful repeating pattern here, and now some yarn overlace up further up, but it's so gorgeous and it's soft like a kitten.
It is beautiful. Yeah, I can actually,
I
will be able to wear this.
This one's for you?
Oh yes. This is for me, and it's so soft. I remember decades ago, my mother was a avid knitter, and she loved mohair, but back then it was like
itchy.
It was so itchy. She never got cuddles when she wore that sweater. And now it's just night and day.
My grandma had a knitting machine, and my Oma, and she would knit us things, and I had a white pleated skirt. I was a kid who was very accident prone. Who gives an accident prone kid something white?
Yeah, true enough.
So anyways, I think I love that thing to death.
True enough.
What have I got? I've started so many new things, I just can't seem to finish anything. I think the first one is I started the Shift, which is a cowl, a colorwork Shift colorwork cowl by Andrea Mowry. I'm not very far along, so I believe that this is the back edge of the shawl right here, the cowl, and then it's on an angle. So it's like a triangle shawl, but with the corners cut off, so that's the back seam. You sew it together and wear it. And it's quite interesting because I'm using one background color right now and I'm shifting with some different colors. So kind of hard to see. I don't know if you can see the way it shifts. This is a darker purple. So that's the dark purple. I'm using Cascade's 220 Superwash Wave. So it's a long color shifts. The original shawl was done in Spin Cycle, but Spin Cycle, I don't carry it in my shop. And I do have these. The color changes are longer on these, so you don't get quite the same shifting as she did. And then the second color that I'm using is Unicorn, which is quite interesting. And then the background so far is the blue-green. So it's a blue-green. And I have about 6 colors of this, so I have more coming. But if you're interested in doing the shift or the sweater that she has or the shawl, I have lots of this in stock right now. But boy, it's so pretty when it's wound up. Isn't that neat? I like it. Anyways, that's my first thing, and I've been pecking away on my projects, probably like 5 rows a night.
I pick up different ones and then try different ones. And
did you have another one there?
This next one is been an extreme challenge. I started it, I'm not going to say how long ago. It is for my husband, and he picked the pattern.
It wasn't that long ago.
So it was last year.
Okay, maybe so.
No, it wasn't last.
It wasn't last year.
It was last winter, like early this year.
It wasn't that long ago.
And
in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't that long ago. Oh, it's so pretty.
It has been a challenge because of the pattern in it. That would be the front. I'm just at the top as I'm trying to decrease
cables and a seed stitch, and then look at this cable down the sleeve. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful. Now, who's this pattern by?
And then this pattern is
it's the Eli Cardigan.
Again by Rowan.
By Rowan.
I seem to have a thing
Oh, I
for
love the collar on that.
Rowan.
Are you going to do the same collar?
Yeah.
It's got a little tab, a little button front tabs here on the top of the zipper. A nice stand-up collar.
And here, this is the back.
My heart. It's gorgeous. How many times did you have to rip that back?
3.
Like all the way back?
No.
Okay.
No. It has been a challenge, most definitely. It's fun. It's been fun to knit just because of the different patterns. And the yarn I used is the Alpaca, is Estelle, Alpaca Merino.
In the worsted.
In the worsted, and it is so soft. Oh.
It's a really good blend. It's a worsted blend, and it's I believe it's a 60 superfine alpaca and 40 merino. So you get 100 grams and 175 meters. It's I've knit with this before.
It was fairly reasonable for this amount of work, like and of course my husband doesn't like button-up sweaters. It had to be one with a zipper, so that's why I liked again this pattern, because I have made another one that required a zipper, but it was a little bit more challenging. It didn't work out, but anyway.
That's all right. You're getting closer to finishing.
I am close, yes.
Is this the one you're working on the most?
I try to, yes, because I would like to be able for him to wear it this winter.
Yes. Just wait till you see all the ones I've got here. I decided to do something a little fun for myself, and I love, I follow Tanis Fiber Arts on Instagram. I love her yarn. It's beautiful. I don't obviously carry it in my shop, but I am addicted to yarn just like everybody else. So I decided to do her rocket tee, and it's a beautiful little striped mohair lace and sock weight, fingering weight, but it's alternating so that you don't hold them double, and it's a little top down V-neck. So I've got that far done, and if you recognize the color of yarn, it's because It's the same yarn here that I used for this sweater.
And the mohair.
And my mohair. So this is Black Cat's Stray Cat. It was a bit of an oopsie batch. It was a little bit more, a little less red than it normally would be. And so I bought it all. Last year we had a trunk show here with Black Cat, and they had all their yarns here, and I could not help myself and bought a lot of yarn retail because I'm a terrible person like that. And I bought one of these, and I liked it so much I called her up and I said, so do you have any more of that oopsie batch of Stray Cat? And she now has a color that's very similar to this. It's not quite as saturated, but it's very much a similar color, and it's called Copper Elephant. So it's a lovely one. People really do like that color. And then this was just a one-of-a-kind color, which I think I might be able to do again in mohair. So it's going to be really cute, though, I think.
Really pretty.
And apparently it's not nearly as sheer as you think when you wear it.
Yeah.
I talked to somebody who made one.
It's gorgeous.
But yeah, I don't know. We didn't say what we were wearing. This is my Novelli tee by Caitlin Hunter, and it's in Black Cat and in All Points North in my Anchors Away, and I think it was just a one-of-a-kind cream with some speckles. Not enough speckles, because sometimes it looks like I'd spilled something on the shirt. And
this I had gotten from the
oh, this is Black Cat too.
The Black Cat from the show.
Trunk show.
The trunk show Andie had last summer. And this yarn I just fell in love with, and of course I had to make it for me.
Oh, is this the one that has the silk in it? It is, because I think
it was kind of they only brought a few because it was pretty expensive.
Yes.
But it was the silk cashmere.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, gorgeous.
Silk cashmere and wool.
We don't actually carry it in the shop here, and
Yeah.
I couldn't help. I think I brought, because I think I lent you some of the green, didn't I?
You did, because
I
I
had
didn't
an
have
extra
quite
skein.
enough. Yeah.
I bought
Yeah.
too much yarn, but
Yeah.
it's gorgeous. I love that you have the color on the top for the lace.
It was different.
Do you remember who the pattern was?
No, I don't.
If I can figure it out, I'll put it in the show notes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can find it at home. That's not a problem.
And then, because I can never do a pattern exactly the way that it should be, I saw Espace Tricot had a new pattern, shawl pattern out. It's called Bougie B. It's a fingering weight and mohair striped triangle shawl, and it has a border. So it's sort of a tan, a pinky tan color, and a black stripe. Now, I like my shawls long and narrow and not like a right sharp, like a deep
perfect triangle.
and that's a big 2 ball of each color shawl. So it's like a lot of fabric around the neck. So I like the patterning. I wanted it to be longer and narrower. So I hacked the pattern, because I do that a lot. Anyways, I started a little bit smaller than they did. And this is, it's a new fingering that I'm trying out. I've just done a few things, and this was a one-of-a-kind colorway, but I think I dyed today. So I think I might have matched this color, and if I do, this will be a new one, and we'll call this rose gold, probably. We'll see. But, and this is Bittersweet in All Points North mohair. But so far, I've got, it's really long and narrow, so you can see that's the center right here. So, and I've got quite a bit more left to go. I want to make it a 1 ball of each, so I mean I've got tons left, and tons left. So the mohair has 470 yards on it, so
It's nice.
I've got tons. But I liked it was a little bit softer. It's a little bit lighter pinky tan color and brown instead of being so a bit darker tan and black. But I'm excited because it's soft.
It almost, but the colors are a little deceiving because it almost looks mauvish.
Yeah, I think it might just be the lighting that we've got.
Maybe it's the lighting, but either way, it's beautiful, the colors.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I'm excited. But this one, I started right away, and just like every triangle shawl, I don't know, have you knit many? No.
I haven't done a shawl yet.
When they start from the top down like this, they go so fast. I think I did this little triangle here in like half an hour. I was in such a rush. I'm like, this is so exciting. I'm doing something different. I don't need to cast on something new. But, and then it starts to go a little bit slower and slower. And their shawl has a lot of stitches on the end, and it's a very large shawl. Gorgeous if you like that sort of blanket type wrap yourself up, but I want to wear it more like a scarf. And so when you wear it like a scarf, if it's a big, huge, you know, equal triangle, it's too much up underneath
too
your
bulky.
chin. Yeah. So I'm doing that. And I mean, if anybody wants to know what the hacks are, if they want to do a narrower shawl, I can certainly let you know. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I didn't say the Andrea Mowry is a paid pattern on Ravelry, and the Rocket Tee is a paid pattern on Ravelry as well. That's the Rocket. And I have one more thing that I'm doing. I actually have a lot more than one thing, but this is the last one I'll bring out. And it's a pair of Rose City rollers in my merino sock. And I finally figured out what color this is. So this was the last skein, and I didn't keep track, so I have no idea what color this actually is, and I think it's repeatable. And this is my Come On Get Happy in the heel and toes. But I was going through all my notes today, and I think I might have this one, so I might be able to, I think it might be One Night in Nola, but I could be wrong. But anyways, I finished one sock, and this poor sock, Lonely Sock, has been in my bag probably for at least a good 6 months, because I'm not good at doing a second sock. But I started it, and so with my good old Chiagoos, I've got the heel done. So that's the cuff and the heel, and I just need to start my gusset.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But that's a pattern. Rose City Rollers is by Catherine Briner, Mara Catherine Briner. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. It's one of my favorite sock patterns. I want to make this one in the sweet sock, because merino sock is a bit thicker, and I feel like the sock is just a tiny bit too big for me. So I think I want to go down a little bit smaller sock yarn, and I bet you it's going to be perfect.
Yes.
They also make that same Rose City Rollers pattern for little kids too. So they have a like wee size socks, little kid size socks. But yeah. The only finished object, aside from what I'm wearing, I mean, there's a million finished objects here in the shop. I knit almost all the samples in the shop myself. I'm crazy. But I know that a lot of people who follow me on Instagram have seen the blanket that I crocheted. Oh my God, this thing weighs so much. So this is, I still have all the ends to trim. But this was the crochet blanket that I did out of All Points North. It ended up being way bigger. It's gigantic. It's gigantic. It's not twin size, so it's kind of an odd size, but it's
Like a double.
17 skeins of All Points North. There's only a couple. This teal color isn't mine, and then I have this color right here that's a yellow and cream, it's hard to see, is a Ancient Arts, but this is a regular commercial sock yarn, and the rest of it's all mine. So, and there's that color that I wasn't sure what it was. I had to stop using it so that I could use it for my socks because I would run out. But I still have to cut all my little ends, and then
so much fun.
Except my husband doesn't like it.
Well, he's a bush boy.
It's pink. And yellow and bright colors. But that's my only finished object. Specifically, I have a bunch of things around the shop. But I was thinking that maybe we could talk about a couple of the new yarns that I brought into the shop.
Sure.
Do you want to see them?
Yes.
Okay, hang on a second. I recently got an order of Katja in the shop. So there are some yarns that I just got a few colors just to see what it was like. This is their Katja Concept Boheme. It's a cotton hemp yarn. So we're 76% cotton and 24% hemp. They're 50 grams, 131 yards. But there's awfully pretty colors. I'm not sure if you can see that very well because it is quite blown out by my light. But isn't that gorgeous? And it comes in a few colors. So this one's with some teals, and this one is some aquas, because almost everything in my shop has a lot of aqua in it. But they're so soft, and they have really nice. I know.
I really want to try something with this.
I know. And I do have a small amount of it. I'm hoping to bring a lot more in. I just wanted to see what it was like. But these are one of the things, this would make a beautiful little top like this, like a little shirt.
Yes, it was.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And then I have these for fun because I couldn't help myself. In the summer, we brought in some other brands. Now this is really blowing out, so it's so hard to see. So these are their neon. This is a light teal through a darker teal and navy, and then a fluorescent yellow. They're neons. So, and trust me when I say these are fluorescent.
Yes.
I almost feel like the light should be further back, but and then it comes in a tan through browns and hot pink, which is super hot pink. And then this one is like purples through, I think it's a dark teal and aqua, and then another hot pink. I think they're not the same kind of hot pink. I think one's more fluorescent than the other. They're 50 cotton, 50 acrylic. So super easy care. I believe these probably are hand wash, lay flat to dry, but there's so much fun if you do a top-down shawl. It'll gradually change through the colors, and then you'll have fluorescent along the bottom. Isn't that great?
It doesn't say.
Yeah, it'll say right here. Right here. It's machine wash, lay flat to dry.
Yeah.
Yep, it's the same. I have another
Awesome.
yarn very similar. It's an Estelle's Rainbow Confetti. So they have 4 strands, 4 plies, and each ply is a different color. So outside it'll start with 4 plies of fluorescent, and then they'll add 1, 2, 3 plies, so 4 plies till they have just aqua, and then they add more plies, and it just changes as they go. Now the plies are usually tied with a little teeny knot. In a garter shawl, you don't see it. You can't really cut it out because it's just 1 ply, but it's super soft, and it makes for a nice lightweight shawl. I don't
It
think,
doesn't have the pattern on it.
no, there's patterns, all sorts of patterns. Any top down, you can do an asymmetrical or symmetrical
Yeah,
shawl,
it's
but
kind of cool.
they're 200 grams, so there's
Yeah.
enough to do a whole shawl in one of these.
Yeah.
And then there's one more yarn, and I couldn't help myself. I'd been asked quite often for linen, and this is 100% linen. This is Concept Soft Lino. They're a long gradient, but they're very, very gentle. So this is a soft tan through grays and teals, but it's a grade, like a grade teal. I would love to knit this one. Now linen feels a little bit stiff when you feel it's a lace weight.
It is lace weight, okay.
Yep, but when it's washed, it softens.
It softens,
Up
yes.
a lot. And I have 3 different colors. So I also have this one, which is like a sage color on the outside, and it runs through blues and then a soft blue on the inside. And this one here is tan, so it's got that beautiful warm kind of a chocolate brown on the outside through a tan on the inside, a little bit of a yellowish tan, but it's beautiful color gradients. And these are 150 grams, so there should be still enough to make a nice scarf or shawl or something out of, even a little top-down t-shirt or something like that.
Tank top or-
Yeah, a little tank top down maybe. But it's, I can't wait to knit some of these, and it's on my list
Yes.
of stuff to do, because I don't have any linen here. This was the first linen.
Yeah, well, it's a good, it's a great,
Oh, and Katja's yarns are amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, that's pretty much, I mean, I have lots of other new stuff. We carry, I do carry a lot of yarns in the shop that aren't on the website. So we have a bunch of value yarns, Bernat and Peyton's. I carry Lily cotton, dishcloth cotton. I don't have any of those online. At some point I will add them, hopefully.
Yes, you definitely have to check out our website.
Oh yeah, it's impossiblenot.ca. We ship everywhere, and I have most of my All Points North on there. I have quite a bit of yarn on there, but I'm still adding all the time. And if you do come in the shop, we're open. I'm not requiring masks, although it would be nice if you wore one. I wear a mask. We're part of the same bubble, so we're
all good.
We're all good. But it's just sanitize your hands when you come in. I'd prefer if you didn't touch anything in the shop, that's just to prevent people from, you know, touching their hair or the keys or whatever and then touching the yarn. But otherwise we're 2 small bubbles in the shop at once. It's a pretty big shop. There's 800 square feet, so there's lots of room to stay away from other people.
Lots and lots of accessories to choose from and cute little knickknacks.
I've got some Aster and Vine macrame products. I have embroidery floss. I have a very small amount of embroidery kits over there. But I've got crochet cottons, baby yarns. I carry Knitter's Pride and
A great deal of
Xiaogu
and lots
needles.
different sock yarns as well
Oh
as
yeah, I've
our
got
own.
commercial. Yep, a bunch of commercial sock yarns. We carry Peyton's Croy and Regia and
Wacky
Opal.
Saki, one of my
Wisdom
favorites.
yarns. They're Wacky Saki and they're Saki Bamboo. I carry a lot of different yarns, but you could always call the shop if you're ever wondering if there's something in the shop that's you don't see online or you've seen here and you don't see online. But
Yeah.
we're friendly.
Yes.
We don't
very-
bite.
no.
And I'm always here. I'm my only employee. I have a helper right now who helps me clean. But I'm my
It's
only
not me.
employee.
No,
No.
no.
No, you don't want to clean my floors.
I don't clean now. I've
But anyways, I hope you enjoyed seeing our projects.
Yes.
And we're
her
going to try to
product, yeah.
yeah, we're going to try to do this more often and show you some of the new stuff we get in the shop and hopefully
Different projects and
I don't know,
different
maybe
experiments.
once a month or
We'll try.
I don't know, we'll see.
We'll figure it out.
Anyways, thank you everybody for sticking around this whole thing. We'll hopefully see you again next time. Have a great day.
Take care.